Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? I hope you're doing well. It is me, the Sketty of Ace. And, yeah. I am back from my impromptu vacation, where I had to leave for 2 days to visit my brother. But, yeah. I hope everyone is doing good. Even though I had to cut my debut week short. Well, re-debut week, technically. But I know I had to cut it short. But that's because I did realize that I wouldn't be home by the time I wanted to do my Friday stream. So, yeah. Today I just went to work on some emotes. And that mostly means like working on this sort of stuff. I should probably like I'm going to yoink my model over here. Which, I know it looks a little scuffed, but that's because of this thing that's meant to be like a clip layer. So, the main thing I wanted to do here was just to add the, kitty face. I'm going to add a new layer to do this. And this is just going to be very, very short. Like, well, at least the, the adding of this is going to be pretty short. Because I don't have much to add. But, yeah. I'm going to use a lasso tool to do the bulk of this color. Did mess up a little bit, but that's pretty much this emote done. I think I'm going to add a little more highlights here. So I probably should have had the rim light be on a separate layer. But that's kind of like just a whatever. You know, it's just whatever. And then we do a blur. So for Thursday stream, I have it hit so that I plan on working on some Transformer stuff. But that's kind of like, I haven't chosen to do anything super specific. I might like do a poll on Tumblr to figure out who to plushify next. Or since I'm the admin in, well, one of the admins of the local Transformers community on Tumblr, I can always just like make a post on there, say, hey, these are the characters I have previously plushified. Who would y'all like me to do next? And I know I'm going to get a few replies. Let's decrease that to 12. But yeah. I might just open my plushification requests on Tumblr since I've been meaning to do that for a while. I mean, I did open my commissions after all. But, you know, sometimes I'm not fully sure who to do for the plushifications because I need to gather a bunch of references as well. I don't remember where this brush is from. I think I did a little bit of housekeeping. Like, over here. And I think it's a Niseo brush, given that there is an NS over here. Yeah, it's one of these brushes. So, over here. It's A4. But yeah, I really like this brush. Because it gives that texture to the hair that I really like. And for anyone wondering, yes, this is a Transformers reference. It's a specific panel from either More Than Meets the Eye or Lost Light. And it's this character, Helix. He's doing this with one of his sets of arms. Because he has 4. 2 large ones and 2 smaller ones. And he like kinda does that. I might need to... I don't know if it's just in my mess that is my downloads folder. I'm gonna see if it is. It might be in here somewhere. Unless I put that in my Transformers folder for my references. I just remembered that the other admin in the Transformers community I'm in asked me to do Perceptor. Because that's his favorite, like, Transformer. Alright. Here it is! This here! This is what I'm referencing. And the artist that made that, they're kind of like known for another. They're more well known for this specific panel of Rodimus. Like, they did the line art and someone else did the colors. And I know on their Twitter, they drew Rodimus, I think, in a bunny suit. But yes, I actually made this an emote in my Discord server. And yes, I did call this Calling All the Roddies. He's .jpeg. But yeah. That is kind of like what I wanted to do here. I probably need to add the front curls. You know, these things. But the main question is where to like put them. Because obviously I can do one like over here and then another over here. But there's a bit of... I want to make sure that they aren't like encroaching on the eyes a little too harshly. So So 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, for those of y'all who saw the like Crunchyroll thing and are confused, it's probably like an automatic message from like Twitch or something. Because I know I'm certainly not an affiliate yet. I only have an average of like 1.2 viewers. And I'm pretty sure only one of them is just the Tangia bot. So I know I definitely can't do that head drop thingy. At least yet. So I'm going to try and avoid making too many tangents. Because, you know, that would be a little bad. But I'm gonna turn down the opacity. Go up this. But yeah. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm just adding curls. These frontal curls that I frequently seem to forget for whatever reason. I have no idea how or why I keep forgetting them. Probably because it's a relatively smaller detail. So my mind, like my subconscious, seems to like forget that they're there, you know, in the first place. Now I just need to erase some of the lines that are covered by those. Then merge. And oh, I completely forgot. There is this one here. I completely forgot about some of the lines. Oops. So, oh, God. And erase some of the shading. And I'm going to start off with the black color that I have, you know, for the model's color palette. And then I'll add the other colors to it later. It's easier for me to kind of like just start off with, you know, the black color. And then kind of like transition into the other colors. It's just a little easier for me as the artiste. So we start off with the black. And I think it will just be easier for me to just use the lasso tool for this. You know, in this instance, then I can use that. I accidentally inverted the curls, but I think that'll be fine. I don't want to spend more time doing something when I could be doing something else. And when it's just such a small mistake that people might not even notice, it's just better to just leave it as it is. And then correct line color. And some of the coloring here. And now we go to the red. And I'm fully aware that this is going to look somewhat inconsistent. You know, because I kind of messed it up from the get-go. But honestly, I'm not gonna stress about it. The emote is going to look pretty small. Like, this is a 500 by 500 canvas. The details are going to be small enough that they might not be noticed in the first place. Like, you know, that and the mistakes kind of like help make this feel human. Just like as a reminder that this art is made by a human person. But that's pretty much done. I think I'm going to edit the horns here to make them a little less extreme. Like a little less pointy. Because, you know, it's probably best to avoid having super pointy horns for my character, because she's meant to look a little more rounded. You know, here. That looks better. But essentially, I want Ashlyn, who is the name of this character, I want her to look like different. A good chunk of her appearance has changed ever since she, you know, gained the second and half of her soul. Like, her hair has changed, her eyes have changed, her horns have changed, and her tail has changed. I just want to show that change in appearance. You know? So, I've been working on this for a good while now, and I think it's pretty much done. So, I'm going to turn off the paper. Save as PNG. And that is done. And I can cross that out of my to-do list. And I'd like to mention that there is this emote. This is the dink donk emote, or just the bell emote. But this is right now just a solid, just a non-animated thing. So, hello Just Pink Sky, hello art person, hello viewer. So, this is 600 DPI. I mean, I could always just like commission someone for this, but meh. I'm going to turn on the timeline. I'm going to copy this and paste it. I might have to add this to the this is meant to be here. And this is, I should probably enable onion skin. And actually, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to put this as key sketch B. And I'm going to kind of move this stuff around. This is going to look very, very basic. Because, you know, it is kind of basic. It's, you know, just thumbnailing. So It goes from A to B. Do kind of like that. You like kitty shirt? Thank you! So, right now I'm like just trying to think of how to do this emote. So, I'm going to rename this as gesture. And I'm going to add a new or at least I'm going to try to add a new like so all right. So I'm going to put in a new animation cell. And I'm going to make a little sketcheroo. And yeah. Essentially, I am just going to block out the animation for this. And this is just going to be 2 frames because of the simple reason being I don't really want to bother with like making a whole bunch of frames. You know, just for a simple emote. And The main thing here is I want to at least get this, you know, emote done when it comes to the sketch. And the main thing about this is I don't have much experience with animating. I haven't really done much animation since I had a class in animation, like back in 2023. So it's been like 2 years since I really animated something. And for right now, I'm going to look at my... So I have this screenshot, which is kind of like what my model looks like when I'm looking up and a little bit to the side. And the reason why I brought that out is so that I can do the horns. And yeah. This is going to be what the emote looks like. It's going to be chibi-fied. Because one thing that a lot of artists should know is how to simplify their art style. Or at least have a style that is simple and another that is complex. That is, in my opinion, something that some artists should know. They should have a style. They should be able to at least be able to draw multiple things in one style. And that is why references and learning and stuff is important. I mean, I feel like I'm going to eventually try and, you know, learn how to better animate. Or at the very least, learn how to draw character sprites. Like how Ace Attorney does them. And I'd like to mention that I plan on playing the Ace Attorney trilogy one day on stream. Because I plan on using that game as inspiration for the game version of Patchley's Revenge. Which, the main thing that I plan on like taking inspiration from is the animated sprite portraits of Ace Attorney, because they're really good. Like, they're one of the most iconic things about Ace Attorney. Like, if you know about Ace Attorney, it's either through the objection meme or from some of the sprites. But, yeah. Don't be afraid of taking inspiration from other sources if you aren't really sure how to do a certain thing. Because people in the creative field do it all the time. Just don't be like Bungie and just completely steal an artist's work. Multiple times. And base your entire aesthetic on an artist that you're not even paying. Yes, I recently learned about the whole Bungie controversy. And I'm not surprised. Because hell forbid anyone pays artists for their work. Exposure bucks don't pay the bills, let's just say that. What are you doing, Mags? Magda just hopped onto my desk and started being very silly. And Magda is one of my cats. I have 8 of them. She's just the one who likes spending time in my room a lot because it's where the cat that usually attacks her usually is not. Partially because my door is usually closed. Like, all the time. Which I did even before I started streaming nearly 3 years ago. I just realized that it's been nearly 3 years since I started streaming. Like, it's been that long. I'm going to have to hike up a little bit. Hi, Max. She just walked in front of my tablet. Oh! And she just hopped on my bed. Whoop-de-doo. So... I'm going to have a bit of a guideline as to 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah. Oh god, why does it get so pixely? Do I have to go into my settings? Am I gonna have to go to my settings? Hello, see you! Good day indeed. I think I have to modify a bit of my settings. to make sure that this doesn't look super crushed. Like bit crushed to hell. And but yes, how are you, Siu? I hope you're doing well. Oops. I did not mean to do that. Doing splendid. Glad you're doing splendid. Right now, I'm just animating an emote. So, since this kind of like goes down, I think I might add a little bit of complexity to this other than just the arm and tail going down. I think I'm going to make it so that this curl and shoulder, they kind of go down along with the arm. I'm going to add a new animation cell. I'm going to make it red. And I'm going to change these to 100% and make the folder at 40. Change this to 50. And I'm going to kind of modify this. Yeah. Awesome sketch. I'm glad you think it's awesome. This is kind of like the beginning of the dink donk or the ringing bell. And one, two, three. And so I'm going to make sure the thumb is, a little bit step, coming in from the back. And I'm going to try and keep the anatomy somewhat consistent. I'm going to Copy and paste. And I'm going to turn this. And that is going to be what it kind of looks like. And there's going to be quite a bit of, you know, folds around here. But this is going to be the Dink Donk emote. This is what it currently looks like. And I'm going to try and make sure everything here is consistent. But yeah, I think I might just stop it at like here. How's the path to affiliate going? It's kind of just started. I'm like I currently have 2 of the 4 requirements to get to affiliate. I'm going to go grab a screenshot of. Wait, no, that's the folder. So if I go, that's the final one I need. So these are my requirements in order to get to affiliate. So as y'all can see, I already have I have way more than the amount of followers I need. The stream 7 days a month I can easily do with my schedule. I couldn't really do 5. The 4 that I wanted to do last week because my smash to reach 50 followers indeed. But the main thing that has been preventing me from getting to affiliate is the average 3 concurrent viewers a stream. As you can see, I'm barely halfway through the requirement in order to get that. So I kind of, you know, need to get more concurrent viewers in order to get to affiliate. The one is always the biggest struggle of the 5 years ago. The average was 5! Oh my god! Yikes! But yeah. Right now, I'm going to try and, you know, let's go. We gonna get ya more viewers. Yeah. But yeah. I'm going to work on the tail. And then I'm going to start doing something new. So, add a new cell. But yeah. I mean, I think one of the main reasons why I don't really get a lot of viewers is because I'm not the best at, you know, marketing myself. Like, I looked up, there was just people saying aim for 5 people or a community, and people spread the information wrong! Ah yes, misinformation. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah. Of course, you could imagine the feeling of needing 5 when you're at 1.2 or even worse, stuck at 4.9 always. Yeah. That and, you know, getting to affiliate means I can, you know, have channel points. Hello, Nebula! But yeah, if I'm able to, like, get to affiliate before my fall semester begins, I will be able to, you know, do more entertaining stuff. What's up? Indeed. And I'm going to essentially just... I already have some ideas as to what redeems I want to have that I can, you know, implement. Of course, one of them is a hydrate. Like a moisten, you bastard! Easiest way is consistency with streams. Like, people will know when when they can look on Twitch to see me. Yeah. Luckily, I tend to be pretty consistent with my stream times. Yeah. The H2O buff redeem. Yeah. And the main thing about me is that I have to constantly just chug water, or else I just start getting headaches. Like, if I don't drink a little sip of water, like, every 5 or so minutes, my head is going to start hurting. And it kind of sucks. So that is the current state of the animation. I think I'm going to change this back into a fist. And that is the timer for my commissions, because those are currently open. I'm really glad that I finally opened them, because it's been a long time. Since, you know, I planned on doing commissions and haven't really done them. But, yeah. I plan on at least trying to get commissioned once this year. Ideally, I want to have my commission... I want to take a commission before my semester begins. Because, obviously, I just ended one of my semesters. And I consider it a bad idea to, like, try and take commissions when I need to focus on my academics. Especially since when I get started on my second semester, I'm going to be taking a class in the subject I'm weakest in. I have to take math. Which is my weakest subject. And I'd like to mention that it's bad enough that I technically am considered to have a math learning disability. They don't even call it dyscalculia. Because they consider dyscalculia to be some kind of dirty word. Like it's a slur. I always liked math, but is not like riding a bike. Look through stuff like you could do easy before and just stare at it like, this is not natural. What the hell is this? Yeah. I mean, I'm able to do pretty simple math very quickly. Like, more than quickly. Like, so fast that when I was at my extended school year thing, they purposefully gave me the harder math than the other students. And I still was able to get through them somewhat quickly. It's just when it starts getting to the more complex stuff, that's when things start getting hard for me. And, yeah. I know that I want to, at the very least, have my, you know, math class be an in-person class. Because, back when 2020 happened, like during the 2020 to 2021 school year, I was in my junior year of high school. And something I noticed when, you know, it was the second semester, which was like, the second semester was when my class eventually transitioned to having some of us be in person. But something I noticed when I was, you know, in the part of that semester when we were all, on Zoom was that I struggled with math when I was not in person. It was significantly harder for me when I wasn't actively in the classroom. So when I, am able to do my math course, because I have to take a math and a science course in order to transfer to the university I want to transfer to. I plan on... Outside, there's so much more distractions, like watching grass grow. Yeah. Pretty much. But, yeah. It's just something I kind of noticed when I was in high school. That I do better with math if I'm, actively in a classroom. You say that jokingly, but you have been distracted watching plants instead of studying. Yeah. For me, I tend to get distracted by, like, video games and, like, memes and stuff. Like, scrolling through Tumblr. Or sometimes. Instead of, doing my classwork. But last semester, I started doing something that I actually do in my art streams, and I'm actually doing that right now. I'd write to-do lists for what I need to do. Even worse, now there are short-form videos you can scroll through so easily. Yeah. Good old brain rot. But, yeah. Essentially, one of the big things is that, so, during my spring semester this year, which just ended like 10 days ago, as of today, I decided to start writing to-do lists on sticky notes. Partially because I have a lot of sticky notes and I want to go through them in some way or another. Like, I have a bunch in one little, like pen desk thingy. And I have a bunch more in a container that is below the other half of my riser. I need to go through them. But I started, writing what I need to do for my assignments during, usually I'd, since I had an in-person class on, Mondays and Wednesdays, I wrote down on some of my to-do lists for, 2 days instead of just one. Monday and Tuesday to-do list and a Wednesday to Thursday to-do list. Friday was its own separate day. But I used that as a way to kind of, write down everything I needed to do. And I got so weirdly efficient with my assignments. I was getting shit done early. A week early, sometimes. That was how early I was able to get some of this stuff done. It was scary. Would it be right to say that I can be quite the chaotic gremlin sometimes if you find something funny? Yes. I literally call myself Cheesebread Gremlin on Tumblr. I am, to some degree, a bit of a goblin. Knew it! But yeah. So, that's what I wanted to do. At least for a little bit. I'm going to close that. Turn off the timeline. And I am going to make I'm going to grab my references. Tell people soup all tastes the same, it's just spicy boiled water. Well, I don't really eat soup, so I have nothing to really say about that. But I am going to grab some of these. Rev emo concept. You know, either but you've gotten quite a few lectures or had people's brains just stop working and tried to make a response when you've said it. Yeah. But anyway, I wanted to make a few sketches for emotes for, you know, the story that I'm making called Patchley's Revenge. And of course, once I finish doing this, I'm going to do an intermission. I am at the very least going to make a little sketch of some emotes. Friends turned up, so you'll leave a follow and hopefully catch another stream. Have a great stream and rest of your day, and good luck to getting to affiliate. But thank you for her coming to stream. Command the follow. So essentially what I'm trying to do here is that I'm going to be... I plan on, like, making some emotes for my story, Patchley's Revenge. Partially because I want to have something, you know, in the point shop. And one of the easiest things for me to do for the point shop is to make emotes. Because I have experience with making emotes. And yeah. This is essentially what I plan on doing. I'm going to try and at least do this for a little bit before I, you know, do any intermissions. And that is the timer for the affiliate thing. And I might make these like a little, like, higher resolution. Like, instead of the usual 500 by 500, I'll have them be like 1,000 by 1,000. But, yeah. That is essentially what I'm going to be doing. And yeah. I'm going to put that up here. Actually, I think I'm going to go use the restroom right now. I just need to do that. So I'll put up an intermission. And I'll be back in a few minutes. Alrighty, I have returned. And yeah. Just let me put this back on. And I'm going to start working on another little emote. I'm going to grab Abdalia. Over here. And yeah. I am just doing Dahlia for now. And I'm going to bring this a little closer. And I think I'm going to have this be Lily. And they're going to be holding hands. And just, you know, They are part of the LGBT. I just want to make sure it's kind of obvious. They're not holding hands because they're friends. It's because they're literally married. They are married queer platonically, but that they still care about each other. I might need to make Lily bigger for when I, you know, make the proper emote, but I think I'll just do it through this for now. But now, there's something else I wanted to do. So I'm going to cross this out. And this is what I plan on doing. So So right now I have two of the thumbnails I want to do. But for now, I plan on trying to at least get all 5 of these thumbnails done. So that, you know, when I can finally compose the actual cover, I know what to do. But right now I'm just composing in thumbnails. For, you know, when I start making the actual cover. I'm going to make these pretty simple. Since, you know, this isn't going to be what it's going to be look like in the finalization. So my main plan for the story of Patchley's Revenge is that I plan on uploading it as, you know, a free to download document. And the main reason why is just because I want to. I mean, I've been writing it pretty much all on stream. So it makes sense that I'd, you know, at the very least, provide it for free. Or if I am to, like, have y'all pay any amount of money to access it, it's probably going to be pretty cheap. But that's mostly because it'll be a digital copy. If I ever am able to make physical copies of my story, I'm probably going to at least charge a little more. Partially because it'll be published, you know, traditionally. And that is going to be the title. But yeah, that's kind of like stuff I need to do. I grabbed a little, like, honey stick from, like, you know, my little cauldron thingy, so that I have a little bit of sugar. I just realized it's been nearly 2 hours. I forgot to take my Adderall. No wonder why my attention span has been a little wacky. I forgot to take my goddamn Adderall. My medication. Alright, I have taken it now. I can't believe that I completely forgot to take my goddamn meds that help me focus. I can't believe it. I can't believe myself. Oh my god. But yeah. So, in the server, like the Discord server, I'm probably going to make some kind of like poll for, you know, y'all to pick which cover thumbnail that I should like expand upon for the cover. But yeah, essentially I want to try and make this a community process, you know, kind of like try and make this a process that the community can join. Like the Meowpokes can contribute to the creation of the book jacket a little bit. But also, as I, you know, make this, I'm going to go on a little tangent about, you know, what happened when I was away, you know, for my, you know, brother's graduation. So, one of the big things that happened was, of course, my brother's graduation ceremony. But I did also do some... So, the first ceremony was, like, the general ceremony for, like, all of the students. Like, all 12,000 of them. There was more than 12,000, but I'm just saying 12,000 for the sake of it. But essentially, one of the big things that I noticed was just people are way too loud during graduations. Like bro, I was in the bleachers. I just wanted to watch my brother graduate. But there were people screaming and hollering, you for whatever fucking reason. And I got so drained. Like, so drained that I had to leave the main part of the arena and just go sit down on somewhere. Like, bro. And there was like one person, this one lady who was just constantly yelling and stuff. And I thought they were the people who were behind me on like the day my brother was on the, like, on Friday, back when, during the second ceremony. So I was constantly turning to see whoever was yelling. And fortunately, it wasn't any of them. They even clarified that it wasn't them. So it was someone in my row. Well, more like in my column, who was just yelling. Like, for whatever reason. And even my parents were getting sick of it. Like, you do not need to yell at any ceremony. There's no need to do that. And she was constantly yelling out someone's name, probably like a family member of theirs. But I'm here just like, ma'am, shut the fuck up. You don't need to be that loud. Like, there's no reason to be so loud. That was like the one thing I hated about it. Eventually I did leave, but that's mostly because I needed to use the bathroom. But literally on both days, I ended up just leaving the ceremony early because I just didn't really want to. I was just so overwhelmed at the whole thing. Like, hear me out. You have no reason to yell at a ceremony. Even, like, there's no excuse to just scream and holler. Or when you, like, ugh. I just wish people were a little more quiet. Like, just a teeny bit? Like, you don't have to yell out someone's name at a graduation ceremony. Like, that's a little unnecessary, he thinks, to just yell out someone's name. Because you're going to become the bane of every autistic person's existence. Or at least the autistic people who have sensitive hearing like I do. Like, even when I was wearing my hearing protection, I was getting drained. But to be fair, that was like a few hours after that my period began, so I think part of that, my, exhaustion was, PMS. But, But yeah. I just hate it. Like, I don't even know who that person looks like, and I hate them. Specifically because they were just so obnoxiously loud that I ended up having to leave because of them. Like, bro. I wish people were more understanding and accommodating of those who can't really handle loud noises and just quieted down. Like, here's the thing about that. Unfortunately, a lot of people misunderstand autism, or a lot of them don't know what and how autism, like, affects people. And there is a lot of things that we can blame it on. Like, the media. Like, I blame movies like Rain Man and for some of the abysmal representation of autism today. But yeah. That's just the biggest gripe I had when I had to travel the 4 hours to go see my brother or graduate. Like, people were just so loud that I just had to leave. Like, I had to leave. Like, bro. At least I was able to, like, after the ceremonies, my family went out to eat with my brother. And we had a good time. Well, other than, you know, the whole, like, loud people that made me feel like I was on the verge of a shutdown. And the whole time during the ceremony. But other than that, it was pretty cool. Well, I guess I was able to, you know, spend time with my brother. I was able to check out his apartment. And we went out to eat for lunch together. And, like, on the first day of the first ceremony, my family was so drained after it, like, so that, like, after we ate with my brother and dropped him off, we all just passed out for, like, 6 hours. Like, we conked out. And we ended up having sheets for dinner. Which, for those who don't know what sheets is, it's kind of like Wawa, which is like a convenience store / gas station that has, like, made-to-order food. Like, you can order at, like, the kiosk or on the app. They have these, like, special kiosks that you order the food from. And they'll make it for you who wants it all paid for. And I really like sheets, but I don't really have any that are like nearby. So it's like a bit of a specialty for like whenever I'm on trips or something. Where I go to an area that has one. But so far, I haven't got any food poisoning from sheets. Unlike Quick Trip, which I went to last year, and I ate their chicken, and I proceeded to get food poisoning. That was so bad that I puked on an airplane. That was kind of sucky. I'm going to go move this over. And I think I'm going to modify this a little bit. So actually, I'm just gonna trace over this. Wait, no. Delete. And I'm going to change the face. And I'm going to modify certain parts of this thumbnail so that it, you know, kind of changes a bit. But yeah. And I'm going to make this look like it's like covered in blood. And move her a little bit here. And the eyes of Gimli. So these like kind of circular eyes. There's like various rings in the iris. And yeah. That is the final thumbnail. And these are all 5 of them for now. Of course, I might purchase a typeface from a type foundry, which I'm going to go if I go to my browser, and go here. So this is the Emigre type foundry. They designed a bunch of typefaces and stuff. You might know them for Mrs. Eves, which was designed in 1996 by Susanna Lithgow. And she has made a bunch of different typefaces, including Mr. Eves, which is a sans serif of typeface. And these are her like pattern typography. So these aren't meant to look like letters, but instead they're meant to kind of look like, you know, shapes. But they have a bunch of different like stuff. So this is the typeface I'm thinking of when I, you know, for the, you know, title. The package for both of these is $75. And that, I think, gives me a creative license to use these. Of course, if I ever get this traditionally published with a publisher, I'll have to check if they have a license to use the type font. But yeah, that is one of the fonts that I plan on using for the story. And because it's, you know, a more decorative font, I'm probably going to use it as a, like, for titles and all that. And I might even use it in my game. But that kind of hinges on whether or not I can have, if I, I'll have to do some research on like what rights I get with the typeface when I purchase the license. And I like to mention that Mrs. Eves, which is also one of the typefaces in the Type Foundry, is commonly used in book publishing as, a title. Like, for the title on the cover. But for me, I am here just like, what if I want to do something a little more decorative? Like, Mrs. Eves for a title seems a little minimalistic to me. And because of that, I want to try and, go with something a little more dramatic. Something with a little more character. So, yeah. So, I'm a little impartial to, the covers A and E. But for me, I feel like I might go with like D or E. So, and essentially what I want to do is that I want to do something a little more artistic with this. Like, make it look a little more like a poster. Because I know that if I want to, I can always, like, make this an actual poster. And, probably have it on, like, Redbubble or something. But I probably need to make some other, like, merch concepts, too. Like, for example, if I were to make stickers are probably like the cheapest thing I can do. Because, stickers. I can probably, like, make a few based on the characters and some symbols related to the game, or a story in general. And just have those be stickers that you can order. But also, I probably should have made, like, a proper announcement for this. But I have commissions that are open now on VGen. I probably need to make a command for this, but eh. So essentially I have limited slots. For the icons over here, these are going to be 55 US dollars, and there are 5 slots. And for Transformers OC Plushification, it's 60 for 3 slots. And essentially, what I want, my plan is to probably like use these to, you know, buy stuff for the cats, like water fountains and stuff. And you can see Patchouli over here. Is, you know, one of the example commissions. But, yeah. So I don't plan on doing any of the Transformers plushifications today. I plan on doing them at the very least on Thursday. But there is something else that I kind of wanted to do. And that is that I kind of want to make a design for a graduation cap. Because that is, you know, something I kind of noticed when I was, you know, watching my brother graduate. And it was that a lot of people had customized their graduation caps. And I felt like, hey, I can do that. You know? So this is going to be the base. And the main thing I want to do is I want to make sure that the tassel is, you know, free to like be out. I can, you know, easily move it from the right to the left. But so I'm probably going to like make a few themes. Hold on, let me check. Like what my the university I'm transferring to, what their grad cap color is. Okay, so it is black. So I'm going to make this a like dark blue. And I am going to just troubleshoot like potential, designs that I could do. So one that I kind of plan on doing is like having something like Transformers related. And what I'm referencing here is the Cybertronian Remembrance Flowers that you can, see here. And it's kind of like because one of the things I want to do this year is I want to finish reading Transformers More Than Meets the Eye and start reading Lost Light, which I'm currently at issue 36 out of 57, so I got like 21 more issues to read. But yeah. That is kind of like what I'm trying to reference here. So and I kind of just, the main thing I want to do is just try to decorate my graduation cap in a way that feels like me. So I might I don't think I'll try to glue or tape down a Transformers figure onto my graduation cap. That wouldn't really be something that makes sense. But I have other things that I could do. Like, I can, put patches on. Like have the Autobot and Decepticon insignias on my graduation cap. And this will probably help me with orienting my graduation cap too. Because for those who have seen my Starting Soon screen, which, let me get it out. You can see that my graduation cap kind of just, it looks like it's just square. That is because I didn't know how to really configure it with my hearing protection. So I basically just put it on wrong. So I just fucked it up. But yeah. This is, of course, a bit of lore involving my character that is my VTuber. Because the cat that had the other half of her soul, he kind of like came in like the night she graduated. But anyway, that is like one of the concepts. And another one is going to be a little more symbolic in a way. Like, I plan on probably like having one design be like related to me being autistic. So, of course, we're going to have the infinity symbol. So, I'm probably going to, like, commission some of the props that I'm going to, like, glue on to my graduation cap. And I'd like to mention that, a disclaimer, I am not graduating from college anytime soon. I have, like, 12 classes that I need to do before I can graduate. And a good chunk of them are related to my major. And pretty much, I have 12 classes that I have required to do. I actually wrote them down a few days ago. If I go to my notes app. So, here are some of the ones that I need to do that are just directly related to my major. So I have Computer Graphics 2, College Composition 2, Creative Concepts and Copywriting, Motion Graphics 1 and 2, Interactive Design 1, which I just need 1 credit, Video Techniques, the Communication Arts Workshop, and World Civilization Post 1500 CE. And of course I have to do a health class, which I'm doing First Aid and CPR. I also need to do a science class. And that is just all the stuff required for my major. When it comes to, you know, the stuff I need to transfer, I need to take a science class and a mathematics class. And as I mentioned earlier, math is my weakest subject. So, that is going to be a process that I am probably not going to like. So, to kind of like explain what I wanted to go with for this one, I want to, like, show, you know, that I'm, autistic. I'm probably going to make the infinity symbol, which is, like, considered the symbol for autism, like, nowadays. The puzzle piece is kind of considered ableist and, outdated. Because it was, like, originally made for... When it was originally made, not a lot was really known about the condition. But now we know more. So, a lot of people consider the, puzzle piece as ableist. So... Of course I can't really do anything that is too brash. I have to at least keep this somewhat modest. But I'm going to do one that is kind of like based off of me. So the main thing is I'm going to have like diamond symbols, like on the corners, where starting from where my like graduation cap is. But I'm going to make this, like little thing. And something I might do is if I, go like here. Of course, I'm going to be wearing my hearing protection. And as I graduate from university, because that is, kind of an obligation, as from what I learned when watching my brother graduate, that graduations are going to be pretty loud. But I might, like, do a bit of a, like, little cape thingy. Or, like, some, like, little dangles.
What are you doing? What are you doing, little girl? You wanna go? Or do you want attention? You wanna go?
I think she wants to zoom into a place that isn't as confined as my room. But essentially, what I kind of want to do is I might like have like some kind of Velcro attachment or use buttons. But I think I might like make some kind of like little tassel thingy, which is going to involve some sewing. but I might like use this to kind of like display pins and stuff. That, you know, of like my special interests and like the stuff that I like and that I am passionate about. And something I might need to ask my mom if she has a picture from my high school graduation, but something I kind of did was that I kind of like wore some of my like decorative of like hair clips and stuff, you know, on my on the little part of the cap that goes on your head, because I like to make sure it was secure or with the hearing protection. So because of that, I added hair clips and stuff to my that attached both to the graduation cap fabric that was on my hair and to my hair, so that if I, you know, headbanged a little too hard as like a stim, I don't think I really headbang a lot as a stim. I do kind of like do. But that's mostly it. But yeah. Something that I want to do is I want to make my graduation cap feel like me. And these concepts I feel would, you know, I feel like making concepts for my graduation cap to like kind of figure out a way to express my individuality would be a way for me to, you know, show it. Of course, I might like, you know, add some of the Aero-Ace colors, or like just the asexual flag colors, which, hold on. So, let me save this image. And I'm going to import the image. So this is the demisexual flag. It has it's a variation of the asexual flag, which is, you know, the 4 stripes. But this has a triangle and 3 stripes, with the center being the asexual purple. I might need to make a kind of like a palette with all the colors of the LGBT flags. But yeah, I can probably do that eventually. So if I am to like do this sort of thing. I'm going to kind of like make a little improv like thingy here. And essentially what I want to do with this is I want to be able to customize this in a way that I feel like suits me as a person. So I'm going to make a little thing here, which is I'm going to kind of cross it out. And that is going to either be Velcro or buttons. Those are going to be attached to the bottom part of the graduation cap. I kind of forgot what the top part of the cap is called. Oh, it's called a mortar board. Or due to its resemblance to a tool used by bricklayers and masons. The flat top of the cap resembles the flopboard used to hold mortar, while the four corners represented the trowel used to spread the mortar. Oh! Interesting. That's quite fascinating. You know, I didn't know that. It came from, you know, bricklaying. But essentially, what I want to do is I want to make this kind of like represent me as a person. So I want to add a bit of arts and crafts to this. And I think I have a reference to of the Autobot and Decepticon symbols somewhere. Like, it might be in my Abomination that is my downloads folder. But in reality, it's probably like somewhere else. It might be in my references. There it is. So I'm going to make this like reference. And essentially, I'd like to mention a little fun fact. And that is that these symbols are based off of characters in the Transformers franchise. the Autobot symbol is based off of the Prowl, and the Decepticon symbol is based off of Soundwave. I'll have to figure out how, like, when I transfer to the university I plan on going to for my graduation and, like, finishing my major, I'll have to see, like, what I can do to the mortarboard. Like, what limits do I have? Like, if I am able to, add these additions to the sides. Which, they're probably going to be on the sides, like, on the top. So, like, they probably go from here and here. And that's so they can, hide my hearing protection a little bit. And, like, act as a bit of insulation. So, like, as an example, I mean, I could also, like, buy a new pair of hearing protection and, like, decorate that for my graduation ceremony. Maybe with, like, fake flowers and stuff. But that might be a little bit of an issue. I'll have to figure that out. Like, I can have my daily hearing protection and have one that I can wear at special events. Like, a college graduation. Something to make me feel a little fancy. Despite, me not really being a fancy person. That, and I might need to buy a new dress for my graduation. Which, there is one, like, one shop that I plan on, like, probably buying my graduation and dress from, and that's Mochipan, because they have a bunch of plus-sized dresses. They're very expensive, but they're meant to be made ethically. And they make stuff in small batches. But one of the things they have is a quilted dress, which looks very comfy. And they just have a bunch of different dresses that look very nice. I don't think I'll get the bodycon dresses because I have pretty wide hips, so it might feel a little tight there. But what I do plan on doing is at least try to figure out what I want to wear to my graduation, which, depending on how proficient I can be with my classes, if they're all available during the semesters that I take them and I can, and that is if transferring to a university, he doesn't give me any extra ones I need to do. The earliest I can graduate is the fall of next year. So like December 2026 is the earliest I can possibly graduate from college and be able to stream full time. And do art commissions full time. I don't know if I'll do any like merchandise, like make possible merch. If I do, it's probably going to be something related to my OCs and stuff that isn't like too expensive to ship out and manufacture. I might even do like some Redbubble stuff. Like I can probably like make some prints based off of like stuff I have already made and stuff I can probably redraw. Maybe I can make something involving my VTuber. That, and I might need to like reach out to some people that I know who have a little more experience with like stuff like Redbubble. See what advice they can give me and like doing Redbubble stuff. Because I know there's a lot of things you can do. Like you can make these like canvas prints too, which I might do that. But of course, this all kind of hinges upon like what am I willing to do for, the merchandise. I know that in the future I want to do some standees. Probably like at least one or two standees. But kind of just, I'm not fully sure what I want to do in terms of merch. Like, I know I want to at least do stickers and maybe a sticker book. Like, one of those things that you can just put stickers on instead of just having them just be randomly all over the place. So I'm going to write down some stuff on here. So for one of these, I plan on having a gold infinity symbol. I'm probably going to like have a bunch of flowers here that kind of border or the stuff here, like the little diamonds that kind of show certain symbols. And like stuff. And I'm not fully sure what I can really do with my graduation cap. I know I can like add flowers and stuff, but I'm not sure what fully I can really do. Because I'll have to like research what limits I have on the mortar cap. So like what can I add? What can't I add to it? Basically just what will my limits be when it comes to the graduation cap? Of course, since I'm not going to be graduating anytime soon, like I still need to transfer to the university after all. I'm probably not going to be able to do that sort of like modifying and customizing my graduation cap until I'm during like probably like over the summer or like during my last semester. I'll probably like stream myself working on it. Probably like not the sewing stuff, but you know, the gluing of the stuff onto the, you know, graduation cap. I might even like add some kind of like symbol onto the part where the tassel comes from. Maybe like some sort of like diamond shape. But I'm not fully sure. I know at least for some of this stuff, I'll have to commission people to 3D print them. Because I don't have a 3D printer at home that I can use. I doubt we'd even have the space for one. But I know that when I, you know, graduate, I'm probably going to display the customized graduation cap somewhere. Probably like in my room. Or like somewhere else in the house. You know, to kind of like show that, hey, I have a degree. A bachelor's even. But yeah, right now I can't really. Right now I can't register for any classes for the fall semester. But I am going to try and research some of the classes that I need to take for transferring to university before I think of one to take. Because I know that my science class is going to require a lab, which I probably need to, you know, figure out what day the lab will be. But, yeah. I'm pretty sure next semester is going to be the semester where I need to take a lot of in-person classes. Which includes my health class. So, yeah. I don't know how long it's going to take me before I can, like, graduate. But I think I'm going to make another concept based off this one. But I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of, you know, having the diamonds be like kind of like bordered right on all sides, I might have it so that it's bordered on two sides instead. And of course, there's going to be a bunch of flowers. And, you know, when I can probably like use my graduation cap from when I graduated high school as like a bit of a reference and like practice for when I, you know, like before I accidentally mess up the actual graduation cap. You know, I might even like look up some videos on like what I can do for my graduation cap. And I know that at least for one of these little quadrants, I'm going to make it, you know, the gold infinity symbol for autism and like neurodivergence. But for the other three, I'm not fully sure what to do. Of course, I could do something Transformers related, but if I, you know, do these little like thingies on the sides, there will be the Autobot and Decepticon symbols on those. So I'm not fully sure what I can really do for these. Like, I know I want to at least do something related to one of my creative projects, but I'm not fully sure what. I know I don't want to do anything that is too fragile. Like, you know, a Transformers model kit. I don't want to do that. I could have one be like the demisexual flag. Or just make it, you know, the asexual pride flag. But, you know, I'm not really sure what I can do. I might like have the TBH creature over here. You know, with like her own little graduation cap. Or I could do something like hat related. Like maybe have like some sort of cat themed patch on here. But yeah. I'm not fully sure what I'm going to do when the time comes for me to like really think on what I'm going to do for my graduation cap. I know I can't really do a lot with the gown, and that would be a big feat to do if I were to do anything with the gown. I like do like a little cape thingy. But for now, I think I'm just going to leave this as it is, and next year when I'm closer to actually graduating from college and getting my degree, I'll probably like think more about this. You know. I just realized that I need to add more decoration to my walls in my room. They are looking really, really bare. I might add like some shelves maybe. I know I still need to add my shadow box somewhere. And there's one more shelf that I have that my parents got me for Christmas. I already put up one, and that is right now like by my door. But there is another one that I have, is, you know, in my storage box atrocity, which is just like five of them stacked up all on top of each other. And there's even more things stacked on top. I probably need to go through them and see what I need to get rid of. Or that I need to give away. But for now, I'm probably going to like see what I can add to my walls. That wouldn't be too much. I know I still need to build my riser, like my new one. But I also need to like make some shelving. Maybe I can buy another like floating shelf from IKEA. Unless my brother wants to use the other one, the two that he has and hasn't installed yet. But yeah, I'm not fully sure what to do with some of my stuff. I might need to take a picture of my room and like figure out what I can do. I know I want to at least have one shelf that is like a floating bookshelf that I can just put some of the books I have yet to read on there, and I could just grab one and read it. Of course, it's probably going to need to have like some like little thingies on the end so that the books don't fall off. But that's, you know, a problem for future Skelly. It is an issue that future me has to solve all on her own. But yeah, it is, you know, something I need to do. And eventually I need to, like, do other things. You know, like, I have some things I have to figure out. Like, I do know that my plushie wall is getting like a little big, so something I might do is buy like one of those the hammock nets that can go like in a corner of a wall and I can just place a lot of my plushies, there. But that might just justify me getting more. Like, way more than I need. So I'm not fully sure. I just know that I need to start thinking vertically with my organization and then shelving. Because if I... So this is currently what my riser looks like. My little cauldron thingy is here. I have some of my medications here. And my keyboard is, here. And some of my storage stuff is here. So one of the things I plan on doing is like getting a new monitor that doesn't have the like wide angle support or on the bottom. Just have it so that it's just one of those like square stands. And over here, I plan on having a little bit of shelving, so that I can store some stuff. Like, here will be my tissues. And here might be like some plushies. Or like maybe one of my model kits. But this kind of like depends on what I can do. I might even be able to like buy some like storage thing and do that instead. But of course, yeah, true indeed. Let me check how long my monitor is from like the riser with this tape measure. So it's like 53.5 centimeters off from where my riser is. So I can probably like get a 60 or 70 centimeter storage thing and like place it next to where my monitor is. I know that I have to like so there's like 36 centimeters of space between my monitor and the like end of my riser. So I probably need to like consider that when adding the like shelving. But my lungs feel a little funny, so I'm going to take my inhaler. But yeah. probably going to do some research because I want the, you know, I want the shelf to be at either the same or smaller depth than my, you know, my riser, which is like around like it's like 17.5 centimeters, probably like 18 centimeters. But I do know that, you know, I want to at least have 3 shelves so I can, you know, have my monitor camera here. I can designate some of this for like storage and stuff. And yeah. So I can probably like store some of like have some of my medication and bottles like on the side that is closest to where I can reach it, and make it so that I can easily access my Adderall, like both kinds of Adderall that I need in order to like focus on streams, but also some of my other stuff that I need to like have easily accessible, like, you know, my pens, and then you know, my fucking, you know, index cards that I use for like writing down stuff or like sketching and things. But yeah, I know that this is probably going to be taking a long time. My dad and I bought the Purple Heart wood we plan on using to upgrade my riser like a year or two ago. And we, you know, need to start working on it, you know, eventually. But of course, we haven't done any of that. But of course, the monitor is going to have the 2 shelves. And one of these has my emotional support demon plushie. And the other has my alchemy plush. But yeah. It is, of course, what I plan on doing when it comes to, you know, my monitor situation. Of course, my monitor, like my desk, has become a bit of a mess over time. In fact, I might try to like have an L-shaped riser too, because I can place my drawing monitor on top of it and have less of a like less shrimpification. But that, of course, is like just a whatever thing. But yeah. So, I'm not fully sure what I can do now. Because oh god, I just remembered the existence of this thing. Why must it haunt me? I made this back in like 2020 or 2021, back when I was obsessed with Twisted Wonderland. For anyone wondering, wait, didn't Twisted Wonderland come out to English speaking, you know, like, didn't Twisted Wonderland come out in English in 2022? Yes! I got hyperfixated on it before it even came out to the English-speaking world. Back when we just had to rely on fan translations for everything. And this is the character Deuce and his head. And it's just so stupid. And it's just based off of, like, one interaction where the character Ace calls him Juice, I think? So I just slapped his face on an image of apple juice and just called it a day. Oh my god. And of course, that was a very long time ago. That was like when I was 17. But, yeah. I think I'm actually going to end stream here. Because I don't really have much else to do. I just had like the 5 things that we already did. And yeah. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow with Tales of Berseria, which is like one of the follower goals I have yet to fulfill. But yeah. I'll be here tomorrow. Wednesday, I won't be here because of physical therapy, but yeah. I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow. Hold on. Bye, y'all. See y'all on Tuesday.